Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So today I'm very excited to stream for a new build. And yesterday, I was able to upload the build guide for the Bloodblight. Actually, I almost not able to make the build guide video yesterday, because yesterday I started around, I think was already trying to prep around 11 a.m. and then somehow I really have this urge, like I want this corpse explosion before I start making the Bloodblight, somehow to make it better to the point that I end up like stopping at around 3 p.m. Then I haven't made the recorded the video for the fight and everything, and I think I finished around 7. Then after I was finished, then I went back playing with the corpse explosion, and then somehow something happened, and I will explain along the way, because 2 days ago, before I ended the stream, so we found out that the Blood Mist is actually not doing a damage over time, but a shadow damage stick. And based on my observation, the damage stick, I'm not sure yet whether does the damage hits, because I reviewed my my previous stream, and I noticed it was around doing like 13 to 14 damage sticks in that span of it seems like the Blood Mist has a bug wherein the Blood Mist, according to the boots and according to the skill, the duration of the Blood Mist is only 3 seconds, but the Blood Mist lasts for 4 seconds. And apparently within that 3 seconds, according to the Bloodwake's boots, that it will consume corpses on the 3-second period. The problem here now is when we cast the Blood Mist, the duration is actually 4 seconds. Wrong skill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the problem with that bug, like an additional second, it doesn't consume on the 4th second. So basically we have this 4 second that we are not consuming corpse. Maybe that's the reason why we are kind of falling behind on the damage. And before I ended the stream yesterday, so we were doing this, the Devouring Mist, wherein it has a lot of damage. Give me a second, be right back real quick. Need to grab my cup of tea. Sorry, I was waiting for the teapot to finish its boiling, because I forgot to turn it on before I started the stream. My apologies. So yeah, going back. So based on this damage, we know that the Blood Mist is a darkness skill and a macabre, and we're using the Radament's Desecration farm set that the Blood Mist is doing damage from this Radament's Desecration, and we have this additional cooldown, and we have cooldowns on our gear, and basically we are utilizing darkness skill, and basically we are inflicting shadow damage. Now what I have observed, so we were doing dot damage, the damage over time yesterday, 2 days ago, but I found out it seems like it's weak. Even though we have this Gloom Ward, like the damage over time is not really that strong. For me, what I really like for a build is like doing this burst damage, good AoE that it can instantly kill the enemies. Like for example, if you're farming on Nightmare Dungeon, Inferno Horde, you don't want to wait for the damage stick to delete the health of the enemies. It's better to just jump in and then cast your skill, boom, you delete the enemies right away. Especially in the Hell Tides, you want to kill the enemies right away so that you can get those aberrant cinders right away, right? So, we now set aside the damage over time. And since the Blood Mist is doing can crit, right? And then because it consumed corpse, as you can see here, it consumes corpse. But I think give me a second, whether if within that 4 second to 10.34, then it should reduce the cooldown not just 9, then it should be 12. No, because the cooldown is now 7.75, so I would say it's only 9. But anyway, so where is our minion? Let's bring back our minions for a while. Let's see if let's produce as many corpses for the meantime. Probably let's do a multiple dummies so that they can add more corpses. Let's wait for a while and then okay. The consumption of the corpse only happen every 1 second according to the Blood Wake unique boots here. Blood Mist cast corpse explosion on surrounding corpses. When Blood Mist detonates a corpse, its cooldown is reduced by 1. 1, 2, 3. See? That's only 3. So the multiple instances of damage that we're seeing, those are 3 consumption of corpses because it triggers the corpse explosion that uses all of the upgrades of the corpse explosion. And right now we have that multiple corpses. That's why we see that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So those are the 3 instances of corpse explosion from the multiple corpses. But as we can see, it only consumed 3 corpses. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are in Blood Mist in 4 seconds, but it only consumed corpse within that 3 seconds. So we have this 1 second that we are not doing anything. But that is very important because we need that corpse explosion to be casted by the Blood Mist. And unfortunately, if you have played Diablo 4 back in Season 2, Season 1, and even on the beta before the launch of the game, there was a very popular build of the Necromancer called the Infinimist build, and that is the Blood Mist that auto consume and auto cast the corpse explosion. And because of that, that is, I think Necromancer was the very first that a build that can be an immortal build, that you're not always gonna die because you're always on Blood Mist. When you are in Blood Mist, enemies cannot hit you, they cannot crowd control you. The problem with the Blood Mist, from what I have observed 2 days ago, is that if we hold the Blood Mist, somehow it recast again the Blood Mist, that it deactivates it. See? I'm holding the Blood Mist. One more time. It's supposed to be 4 seconds, right? I'm going to press the Blood Mist, but I'm not going to release the key number 3 here. I'm going to press the number 3, but I'm not going to release it. Now it's okay, sometimes it doesn't. Let's get some corpses and then let's check again. Do I have the... Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is interesting. Now it's working. Yesterday, so I'm keep on holding number 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. I keep on pressing now. Now it's behaving different now. That I keep on pressing number 3, but you shouldn't move. See, I'm holding number 3. It keeps on consuming corpse, then it goes in. The problem with this one, you have a very split second that you are non-blood mist before you cast the blood mist. What happened is, imagine if there are damage instances of the enemy around you, like those obelisk, poison pools, what else? What if there was an impact of the reprisal or any damage impact that it's happening right at the moment that you are now out of the blood mist, then you're dead. So that's, see, sometimes when you move, it auto, see, when you move, when you click the mouse, there, 1. So when you are in blood mist and then you hold it so that you don't have to recast it again, so that you know when it is active, then you can recast it again. But when you click the mouse button, it deactivates the blood mist. 1, see, that's the one I'm talking about. When you move while holding the key, it deactivates the blood mist. So that's the part I'm kind of worried, because I want to be in blood mist the whole time. However, supposedly what we want is the corpse explosion build, not the blood mist. But supposedly what I'm trying to do here is to use the blood mist so that we are avoiding those deadly damage while doing corpse explosion to the enemies. But to think about it, we're doing only corpse explosion 1 every second, right? And the problem with the build, probably some of you are also creating the build like, oh, the problem that you need to solve to play the corpse explosion is the corpse. Here in the dummy, on the training grounds, of course, the enemies are not moving. We are producing a lot of corpse here. But in the actual game, corpses can only be triggered, only be spawned with the help of the hewed flesh. And with the help of our minions, the minions with their 20 to 22% lucky hit, they can also produce the corpse. But we want to produce as many corpse as possible. And probably most of you, the only skill, the very skill, I'm going to bet the very skill that you're going to use is Army of the Dead. The problem with the Army of the Dead, it is efficient on consuming the corpse. However, the Army of the Dead will spawn the corpse not on, I think even using the pile the bodies. See, corpse here, corpse here, corpse here, corpse here, corpse here, corpse here, corpse here. But the volatile skeletons are spawning near the enemy, not scattered around in the field. So the volatile skeletons are now more concentrated on the enemy. However, we don't want the damage of the volatile zombie. What we want is the corpse. If the elite is here, and then for example it teleported here, then we have a problem on targeting because the corpses are now here. Then we need to deploy. How can we deploy the corpse here? Then we need to cast the Army of the Dead again. And usually the elites, they have a very good AI now that they can move around, and then you might not be hitting your corpse explosion to the enemy as much as possible. So the first problem here is the corpse production and the precision of producing the corpse and exploding them where the enemy that you need to hit. Now, in my exhaustion of how to play this build and how to really make it work, maybe because I have poor build yet. It's not yet fully optimized because this one is already like uh, crafted so many times, and it end up like it's not a they don't have the right affixes. Like yesterday, I'm using the shadow damage, which is the amethyst on the gem on the one-hand weapon, and I'm using this gloom. I'm using cadaverous. I'm using crushing. I even replaced this howl from below. So as you may know, it didn't say here on the item. Using this item, it converts the corpse explosion to be a summoning damage. Corpse and Profane, when you use the hull from below, it now have the summoning tag. It's because according to the gloves, which it didn't say, but it says here now summons a volatile skeleton. Remember, volatile skeleton is those are coming from the army of the dead. As you can see, you will see if we explode, you will see like some kind of a volatile skeleton that will summon. Can we remove our... Where is... Maybe let's summon here. See that one? See, there's three... those are not the volatile skeleton from the army of the dead. Those are from our corpse explosion. So I think there's 2 corpses there, so that's why there's only 2 that appear. So it's the same thing. If you cast once because of the multiple corpses, 3 volatile zombie skeletons will appear. Why I keep on saying volatile zombie? Somehow my muscle memory is the volatile zombie from the last Epoch game. But anyway, so now that the Blood Mist is doing crit, and I really want the build to make it work. So maybe because of my crafting, maybe I need more items. So yesterday, something happened in the Helltide that gives me like I feel like Rathma blessed our Necromancer that there was this beam of light telling our Necromancer like, hey, since you are a very loyal Necromancer, I want to show you something. So let's use the Bone Storm for the meantime. Well, basically this is the one that we're going to use. Roll the bones, vulnerable, then duration. I think I'm not going to use the duration. I think I'm using this. Oops, there is now a Harbinger. Maybe let's go here. Skeleton. Mage. I think I need to cast the mage. I was kind of intrigued. What kind of damage does the corpse explosion, the blood mist, and surprisingly the bone storm is doing? Bone storm currently has a 1320 skill coefficient. We don't have any minions yet. Like, where are the enemies here? The Bone Storm alone was able to kill the trash mobs, and it's doing like a bit of billion damage. Like, okay. Now how about just the corpse explosion alone, using the physical damage, not the damage over time? Let's bring out... That is the corpse explosion damage. So it deals a lot of damage, right? Now let's try the blood mist. And because it detonates the corpse, like, I noticed that the blood mist, even though it is a 5,000 almost 4,000 skill coefficient, it is being outperformed by the Bone Storm and the corpse explosion for some reason. So, going back to the drawing board. Okay, so it seems like that the corpse explosion is really doing a damage. But then again, our first problem that we need to solve is corpse. We need to produce the corpse as efficiently as possible, as precise as possible. Precise mean that we need the corpse where the target that we need to defeat or to kill. Because if we're using again the Army of the Dead, the corpses are going to be scattered around. Now I had this, I'm sorting out all of our offensive aspect. So okay, we're gonna focus really on the corpse explosion. In this one, using the bloody mess, this is a physical damage. And this one increases the size of the corpse explosion by 50% and increase its damage by an additional, this is a global multiplier of 75%. If we think about it, this one is only 313 skill damage coefficient. However, using the multiple corpses, this is like times 3. Not only that, we have a global multiplier of 75%. Corpse explosion is a corpse, while blood mist is just macabre or darkness. I just realized the transfiguration that I placed on this blood mad idol. Lucky hit, this is the hued flesh. Lucky hit, up to 25% chance to form a corpse at the target's location. Your corpse skills deal increase in damage. This is an additional global multiplier for the corpse, which is the corpse explosion. Okay, we got an additional multiplier. We get the multiplier damage from the howl from below. Remember, the howl from below now adds, not converts, it now adds a summoning tag to our corpse explosion. We want to produce as many corpses as much as possible, though we are sacrificing the skeleton mage for the additional damage multiplier, and we're sacrificing iron for the damage multiplier. I need the reapers at least to give us a cooldown, to reduce our cooldowns, and on every 10 seconds they will produce a corpse when they use their wind up attacks. So interesting enough, since now our corpse explosion is a summon, the Undercrown now plays also a good role on our build, because it now adds a multiplier to our summoning damage, which is now our corpse explosion. The additional mages and warriors is also benefiting us because of the utility that they provide. To trigger also the hued flesh, how much is their lucky hit? 20%. It's not that bad, but we're talking about 12. Oh, sorry. Now why it's 7? Oh, because I removed the hem. So basically we will have 12 in total. So that is good, right? Okay. We have all of our multipliers, but on our one hand, we have the gloom. There is a very good aspect here. This one I've been using on a bone skill. Aspect observation. Your corpse and bone skill gain 10% increase in critical strike chance and increase in critical strike damage. Bone Storm is also a bone, so we are adding a little bit of damage to the bone. But however, the corpse explosion is also a corpse that will get a benefit from this one. Plus we're getting a 10% critical strike chance. That's also a good one. Now, we have most of our multiplier damage. Blood Moon Breaches is needed because this is also a multiplier damage when we crit. And we have the Lidless Wall for the Bone Storm. And now because of this, I think our Bone Storm will do... we are now at, I think, 819.38. Now, there's only one problem. Okay, we have the damage multiplier and everything. I think including on our Paragon board. So, it's the same. It's still the same Paragon board on what I have on the Blood Blight. They have the same Gravekeeper. I know this may counteract the bonus, but we are producing a lot. Of course, this will still, I think, will be still better. So I'm still thinking about this if I'm going to use another glyph, if that one might be, you know, because of maybe we are losing too much corpse, but this one I have to check. Otherwise, most likely maybe we will go with eliminator. Okay. Bloodbath, essence, frailty, amplify, flesh eater, corporeal, Sign of Death. And the fifth glyph that we are using is the exhumation. How do you pronounce it? Exhumation. This one has a plus 273 damage to corpse damage. Although I don't like the fortification, but it's okay. Consuming a corpse fortifies us, and then we have a damage while we are healthy. Now, okay. Argon board, skill tree, everything is good. This max rank, yep, everything is good. We're using Blood Maiden for the vulnerable. We're using overpower stack from the Blood Mist. I'm planning to use this one just to give us an additional fortifies you for 30% of your maximum life over its duration and forms of blood orbs every second. What else? We have the tendrils here. I haven't used the tendrils, but I'm trying to figure out if we can include the tendrils. Are we going to go with Blood Mist or the tendrils? And then Skeleton Warrior, doesn't need to be maximum rank. So we have the Corpse Explosion, multiple, Blood Orb, Bloody Mess, Skeleton Mage. I'm thinking maybe I'll add an Exorable Reaper when we are doing speed farming, but I'll have to think about it because we also have movement speed here when we cast the Blood Mist. There's only one more important thing that we need to solve. As I have said a while ago, Corpse Explosion requires corpse. It needs to be precisely placed on the enemies that we need to kill, especially during pit runs. We have on our minions, but we're just relying on the lucky hit. What if we ran out of corpse? What we want is an immediate boom, corpse explosion, corpse explosion. What I have realized, I have invested a lot of cooldown. Besides the Army of the Dead, probably it's not being used a lot. There is one. Maybe we haven't noticed this. There's one who can provide this very good corpse production, but we need a good amount of cooldown. But since we're doing we are investing also on the cooldown because of the Blood Mist, and especially for bringing down the Bone Storm to close the gap on the duration and the cooldown. I just realized I don't need multiplier damage here. If I need precision on the corpse, the Bone Golem, commanding your Bone Golem causes it to form 5 corpse. This is just for one golem. Let's consume all of the corpse here. Are we done? Okay, I think okay, everything is consumed. Grave Bloom transforms our golem into 3 mini golems. Commanding a golem, it says here that commanding a golem causes it to form 5 corpses. If we have 3, I think Okay, let's consume all of the corpse. Let's remove the hued flesh so that we will not be forming corpse. Okay, let's wait for our golem. So no corpse are now being formed because we have removed the hued flesh. To double check to make sure that each of the golem is really producing 5 corpse each, not just one. Casting a corpse explosion consumes 3 corpses. Therefore, we can do corpse explosion cast 5 times. We can explode 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 3 explosion instances. And we have even an extra here. Even though we have the lucky hit of 25% chance, we are not proccing the hued flesh because we have removed the hued flesh. So, it is now solved. We have all of the damage multiplier. We now have a good cooldown, even though it's not yet fully optimized. We have the Bone Storm adding more multiplier damage if we are in trouble, like for example reprisal, or there is a we got cornered. Take note, Blood Mist can makes you an unstoppable, and you can move unhindered to the enemies. Like for example, if you got overcrowded, you got surrounded by the enemies, and then you cannot go out, you can do Blood Mist, and then you can move away from that large packs of enemies. Okay, they cannot block you. So that's a good thing about the Blood Mist. So, Serration, Crushing, Cadaverous is here, Howl from Below, Blood Wake, Bloodwind Breaches. I'm using the Glean's Anvil, but though I need to invest more on the Resolve stacks. I need more Resolve stacks. We have the Blood Mad Idol. We have our Heraldic Seal. We have the full set of the Radaman's Desecration. We have the Ratma. I think I'm going to prepare for the Rust-Bitten Dirk. Let me show you the full gameplay of this crazy, amazing, not yet optimized, but a viable corpse explosion. And we will do a Pit 105 that we haven't done a couple of days ago. So we have the runes, Nagu, and then Gar for the additional critical strike chance. Please take note that this build is, you are still gonna be one hit by the enemy, so take necessary precaution. So we have 21. I think this is not just 38. I think this is gonna go up to 55. 55. So 70, 21. So that's 71. Corpse Explosion plus 10. So that's 81. 10 from the Garun. So we have 91% critical strike chance and plus 5% from the mages when they hit an enemy. So we're getting a total of 96% critical strike chance. So that is good. For now, let's do a Pit 105. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite build back in Diablo 2 when I was still in college. And I was still playing this build back in Season 8. And here we go. And I would like to present to you the Corpse Explosion Bloody Mess crit build. So the gameplay loop here is you need to cast the golem first before you consume the corpse. So golem first, make sure that you activate the bone storm. Golem first, so that when they jump, they form the corpse. Then you can now start spamming the corpse explosion. Just wait also for your warriors. If you need the warriors, you can command them so that they will jump into the pack so that you can start hitting the enemy. So for that one, see, the blood mist will still help on consuming the corpse, making us unstoppable. And the enemies here are kind of dangerous. So yeah, so there is a reprisal, so we need to be careful. I'm still trying to find a way to make it more good in survivability. If this is the case, we can just keep on spamming the blood mist. They will still get the damage, right? Because it is important here that we need to cast the corpse explosion manually, because it is more faster to consume the corpse using and no, sorry, not using, but manually casting the corpse explosion is much more faster. And what amazed me on this build right now is their ability, because of the coverage area of the corpse explosion. It can deal and it can hit a large pack of enemy, and with our investment on cooldown, it is so efficient that we are again with the blood wake, we can cast the blood mist, auto casting the corpse. We are still doing blood damage while in blood mist, while we are not taking any damage. Just be careful when you cast the golem. Somehow, if you cast the golem too far like that, sometimes they can still jump on the enemies, but there are some instances that somehow see, they find it kind of too far, or maybe you accidentally cast the golem in front of you. So wherever your mouse is pointing at, that's where the golem is going to jump. So just be cautious. And another good thing about the hull from below, because the corpse explosion, by the way, the corpse explosion doesn't explode right away because of the hull from below. They are now chasing the enemy. Okay, they are now chasing the enemy. Okay, let's switch to Rust-Beaten Dirt. So what do you think? Now, we have seen the strength on the pit. How about on speed farming? How about on speed farming? What can we still upgrade on this one? Where we are? 105. Everything is 110 now. I believe we're doing like 200 billion damage. Like the highest tick. So again, right? So now my concern here is, are we producing really a lot of corpse? Maybe we are, that we can still keep the Gravekeeper glyph. Maybe. Let's just upgrade the exploit. I don't know if we can do Torment element, but let's just do Torment 10. There's nothing wrong on doing Torment 10 we're still getting a good reward. Now let's do maybe a corruption reaper. Oh shoot, let me open the browser. What time is the next 11 minutes on the Realm Walker? Okay. How about let's do or maybe Lord Zir. And then let's do like one. And then let's do a speed run on Dungeons and Helltide. Do I have movement speed? We can switch with movement speed. And then maybe Garun. Maybe if we speed farm later on, probably we can go with Garun. We still need to cast the Blood Mist from time to time because we need that overpowered ticks. Course first, then... The good thing about this setup is that when you are in Blood Mist, you are still going to detonate the corpse. So... while concealed in the Blood Mist, being unkillable, you are still doing some damage. Boots? I hope that is a Blood Wake. I hope that's a Blood Wake. Blood Wake! Because I want to replace this one because I feel like I made a mistake here because I think I should have rolled the Blood Mist instead of resistance to elements. Of course, we need the resistance to element, but if given the chance that we have a good affix, it should have been the Blood Mist has been rerolled with corpse plus ranks to corpse, so that will increase our skill coefficient on the corpse. X-File. Do I need to find... I need to find some amulet for the Blood Mad Idol. I want to replace the Blood Mad Idol as well because it has the damage over time. See, I just rolled the cooldown reduction because I don't need the cooldown reduction anymore. Vulnerable damage for now because I need a multiplier. I'm not getting any benefit from the damage multiplier anymore. Okay. Speed farming. Let's grab the Whisper cash first and then I'll show you the... And I think in
it is done.
In Inferno Horde, I believe this is a beast in Inferno Horde. Amethyst. Oh yeah, I crafted this one. How many is my skull now? 6. Ooh, we can craft the what's that? The Horadric. Ew. Maximum resource intelligence. This is okay. It has 3 out of 4 affix. We can just easily craft that. This one, maybe no. I'm looking for amulet that I can craft for a mythic. Maybe I'll put you here for the meantime. I don't have any more extra Blood Wake. Even the Undercrown. I could have armor and armor and life. At least we got an extra God Slayer crown. So, okay. So for speed farm, I'm still thinking whether I should drop the Rust-Bitten Dirk. And... damage over time. I'm still thinking, where is that amulet? Is this the one? No, I remember there was another. Is it? Yeah, I think this one. This one. Did I roll for... maybe I can roll critical strike damage on the armor? Because I think for speed farming, to pull the enemies together. So another problem that I want to solve for the pit, I feel like, do I need to sacrifice the barrier from the Nagu, from the queue, and maybe replace it with the Spiritborn's the Vortex skill? I can't remember the name of that rune, wherein it pulls the enemies, because we need to group the enemies as close as possible so that when we do the corpse explosion, unfortunately I cannot, I'm using keyboard, I can only press 1, 2, 3 efficiently and then right click on the bone storm. The number 4 and 5, it's kind of difficult for me. So if I'm going to place the corpse tendrils here, I feel like it's going to be inconvenient for my fingers to keep on to trigger the corpse tendril. So that is my concern right now. Speed farming. What is my... okay, then let's kill Andariel. How about let's try on Torment 11? There's nothing harm on doing it Torment 11. Okay, 5 minutes on Realm Walker. If we can kill Andariel, we can almost kill the Corruption Reaper. Then at least we can stay here now on Torment 11. Oops. How long is the cooldown of the golem? 5.17. I mean, not bad. It's just, I don't know if our cast speed is too fast also, that we are having a hard time to trigger. So far, we have most of our... only one is now sacrificed. We're not sacrificing the golem. I wonder if I can still sacrifice the Reapers though. Because I already lost my multiplier with...
excellent fight.
I lost my Bone Storm. But if I'm going to use this, 4.34, 16.28. Let's go, B. It's been a while, B.
There is no escape. You think you've won? This is just the
How many
beginning.
corpses left though? Yeah, basically Warriors is still, the Reapers here are still better. Like having how many did we lost? 5? Like adding more corpse production on their end. We have already sacrificed the mages. Yeah, so Bone Golem is, we need them to produce the corpse for us. Okay, let's do Realm Walker. And then we're gonna continue on completing our Thunder City. We're just gonna speed run on the Under City. Ouch. I mean, we can, if we can insta kill the enemies here, then we are producing us faster corpse production as well. And that's the only downside of this build, is it heavily relies on the corpse once you lose the production of corpse. And at this moment, this is the efficient way that I see that we can produce the corpse, especially with the precise positioning of the corpse. That's why I feel like for speed farming like this, open world activity, maybe we can use the Godslayer crown on the unique charm, and then Godslayer crown on the unique charm. Did I say Omen of Bane in Omen of Bane in our ring, though I believe we are still getting a bit of damage multiplier, not that much. And then Godslayer crown. Another way is, I would say, Godslayer crown here, but we're going to lose a lot of multiplier as well. But I believe it may not be that much. But the thing is, Where's the God Slayer? This is 13 against 32.5, so we're losing around 21.5. Well, I would say it's okay against 65 down to 15. I don't know if I don't have Omen of Pain. But either way, we're still gonna lose an additional damage multiplier if we're going to use the Godslayer crown here. That is my concern right now. But all in all, everything looks good. Let's see if we can defeat Corruption Reaper without dying on Torment 11. Yeah, here maybe instead of attack speed, maybe vulnerable and then critical strike damage and then cooldown reduction. Probably that will help on our increasing our damage. Critical strike, vulnerable, critical strike, vulnerable already here. Critical strike chance also, physical damage, critical strike chance. We have most of our multipliers already, like our setup, except for the Howl from Below or the Blood Mad's Idol, that we can improve it a bit. I think my assumption is correct. I think I should not use the Gravekeeper here anymore. Or are we still okay considering that we can bring down and recast the Golem more frequently? That's also another thing. Sword. Sword again. Nah. I think I don't need the cooldown anymore. Intelligence would be much more better now.
That's it for that piece.
I'm gonna think about that Omen of Pain.
What is a pity to break another's work?
Oh, there's still more that were left then. So let's do a maybe we can do around 9 at Helltide, and let's see the defeating an elite pack reduces your skill cooldowns by 10 seconds for 12 seconds. Not really. I'm going to lose a big multiplier damage there with additional crit chance. Okay, let's finish our war plan. Then let's do a nightmare dungeon. And then probably let's do a Torment 10 Inferno Horde. Oh shoot, give me a second. Maybe we should be okay. I should have switched with Quarun, but I believe we are going to be zooming here. Where is the exit? Yeah, since our blood mist is not instantly killing the enemy, so we're not consuming any corpse. We're still fast. And by the way, when you are in Blood Mist, you cannot open a chest. You can also not enter a portal or exit. But you can pick up loot on the ground. So the initial engagement, I feel like it's gonna be difficult because you're spawning your first round of corpses, but what I do is I cast the golem. When it's active, just keep on casting them, and then once I have, then it will be a continuous. Just keep holding the corpse explosion and then cast your golem whenever they are active.
Hail victory, and many more to come. What is a waitress, isn't it?
Dungeon delve. Gold reserve. I need gold.
Come, let us plan our next move.
Okay, we're almost done, but I think I just need a few. We can do this. What is this one? Let's see. We can do Harbinger, a Hell Tide, Escalation, a Pit, and for the last one, let's do Inferno Horde so that we can test the build in Inferno Horde. Harbinger. We can still further increase our damage. We can use one of our aspect using the Retribution aspect. However, we need 3 components. We're gonna place we're gonna place bulwarks aspect. We need aspect of interdiction. Therefore, we're going to drop the bloodwake and use a boots and place the hewed flesh here. So I'm thinking, is that okay without the blood mist? The efficiency of the blood mist? Let's produce the corpse. Here. Usually Harbinger will appear somewhere here. Wow, it consumes my corpse. Wow. I'm still thinking how... Well, if we can have corpse heal here, I guess. Oh, considering that we have the Blood Mad Idol here. Everything is already fully masterwork, physical damage. We can add maybe this one for resolve stacks. I don't have damage reduction here. Maybe that's also the reason why we are in addition to the burning damage when we get hit by an enemy. I'm thinking maybe Eliminator, or
Let us help this land.
I feel like on speed farming the Gravekeeper may not be I'm going to need a lot of intelligence. But this one, just in case there's not too many corpses, then at least we're getting Probably if we can make the damage of the corpse explosion more potent, I would say Torment 11 will be the convenient Torment that we can use this build because of we can instantly kill the enemy, so we don't have to worry about the production of the corpse. Right now I'm just concealing myself so that I don't have to worry about dying. You just need to be careful because the moment that we are out of blood mist and then there is a deadly damage impact, then we are still in big trouble. Especially those rain of fire. Oops! Give me a second! Where's my... I'm looking for this one. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Is this rupture a failure? Three and a half minutes, okay. Oh, there's no more health tide. Not a failure, but there's no more health tide. 3 minutes. Can we do... What time is it? Probably... No, where can we go? Maybe let's kill the abomination. Yeah, and our warriors are scattered around. And whenever that we are in blood mist, we are getting healed. So that's a good thing about the blood mist. So for example, we got a poison damage and it's already dealing a lot of damage, then we can do blood mist. It regains our health while we are concealed, avoiding any more damage. And if we are near on a corpse, on a target, then we can still autocast the corpse explosion on that target. Where's the leadless wall, sir?
Step up to my anvil.
Facets of the dawning sky. I'll just well, there's no Grim Favor event on the,
I wish for Hira, but seems
or I can
best.
just
Oh, I do miss her.
It is done.
treasure goblins is treasure goblins, sir. What if we miss the okay, there you go. Oh, good thing that we turn over our Grim Favor. I saw your sword, sir. So harvest, and then one escalation pit, and then Inferno Horde. Did we manage to kill the other goblin? What time is it? 9:02. Okay, we can do the Helltide now. You think Duriel you're the only one who can conceal yourself, eh? Huh? Legendary ship? Maybe you're important because you're for the gold. Okay, let's salvage, sell. We need to go to Helltide. I think I need to switch with Guardun for more movement speed.
I suppose I can do something with it. Don't go getting into trouble.
It is done.
Mythic armaments. I'm full. Okay, Helltide. Let's zoom on the Helltide. I think if we don't have the mythic, oops, I don't like this area. If you don't have the mythic, Howl from Below or the Underground, I think you can just play this build on Torment 10. As long as there's a lot of enemies, you can keep on spamming the corpse explosion. Especially if there's a lot of trash monster. Once, if there's one is killed or more, then it trigger a chain reaction. That's why I want to see this build performs on Inferno Horde. Please, while we are concealed, we can still cast the corpse explosion. Barshan. Ugh. What happened there? I feel like I over concealed myself. The only downside is just our minions are, with regards to placement of our corpse, we're just relying on, when we cast our golem, is that the warriors and the mages, unless we cast the skeleton warriors, basically they have a very poor AI to focus their attack, because if they can focus their attack on the most threatening enemies like elites, bosses, then they can concentrate their attack there, producing corpse from their lucky hit, right? So many dangerous mechanics here. $300. Okay, we're done. Where is... 11 minutes on the next Realm Walker. Okay. Whisper and then next Escalation Sigil. Probably I'm gonna save my fragments and I'm going to find another
What is a
good
faithless,
blood
isn't it?
mad idol.
It is done.
Wise to seek an Ascari where stones are concerned.
Okay, escalation. Okay. I think when we do the Inferno Horde, probably it's better to go to Torment 10. I'm thinking if I should equip, probably I'm gonna bring the Godslayer crown.
Fight.
Reprisal. Reprisal who? Reprisal who? I wish the corpse explosion area could be much more bigger. That would be amazing. Like 50% more bigger. Or there is a utility that you can increase your corpse skill explosion. Corpse explosion radius. Sorry, no time for you, sir. I'm just here for... How about on the Horadric Strong Room? This is a treasure room. Ooh, that was close. And if you want to deactivate your blood mist, you can deactivate it. Like for example, you want to do, you want to engage on the enemy right away, then you can do deactivate it and then do the corpse explosion. think let's just go proceed with finding the... I think there's not... This is just dungeon delve. Ruby Reserve, Heraldic Strong Room. I think I like this one. Oh, no, no, no! Chest! Or we do the Rupture. But I want to do the Heraldic Strong Room. I want to see how efficient. But I think we need to do... I need to equip the Heraldic Strong Room. I need to equip the Godslayer Crown. Uh-oh, I miscalculated. Realm Walker in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Not bad. Not bad. Basically, the Godslayer Crown is doing its job, pulling the enemies together, so that when we do the corpse explosion, we can hit a lot of enemies simultaneously. Oops.
I never thought I'd be throwing my lot in with this rabble, but here I am. Maybe I can organize these bandits into something that resembles an effective unit. At least effective enough to allow me an escape when the church eventually finds us.
Did I wait for the pool? Sometimes I feel like the pool is a little bit late. Is there any chest here? Sorry, I'm in a hurry. We have one more floor. I think I'm going to complete until the Inferno Horde, and then basically I'm done for the day. We're just gonna continue with this one tomorrow. We're just gonna keep on farming, completing our war plan. Emerald Dungeon Ruptured. I think this one is much more better. Did I open the conviction chest? Like, why those chests are very close to the Horadric altars? We need 15 tears, and the tears are very slow on closing. 3. So we did 6. Oh shoot. Ah, I see you. I see you there, sir. The mighty reprisal. I still feel like it's still too dangerous that if I don't conceal myself on this event, like the enemies here are doing a lot of damage. So many mechanics happening. See? Exactly the sword drop by the time that our out of blood mist. But one more. Oh my goodness. Hurry up. The thing is, we have to finish this one, I believe. Or are we done? Yeah, probably let's not complete that one. I think it's gonna open anyway. There we go. I think the more that you open the closet there, the longer it's still gonna continue. As long as you have already activated the tears already, then you should be good to go. This grid shrine, okay. Nice. Easy peasy. We're just gonna silk her around. Okay, good job. I'm kind of worried about the fight, our fight with Astra. Oh, is this the Seer Reach? This is the one that drops Royal Gem. Yeah. Where's the other chest? Okay, this is it. Torment 11. Astaroth 5. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. Oops, we need the rust bitten.
How I dreamed of this moment. Let us fight. Did you think it was over? Oh, wonder. We've only just begun.
Right. You almost died. You almost died, but we make it. Heaven piercer. This is nice. Actually no. Minion skills, oh my goodness. Fit and then oops, we're full. Why? I think I can fit one more. Gold. Just give me a second. Okay. Repair.
Step up to my anvil.
I don't know if I have to still keep this one. Oops. No. I will think about it.
Left it down.
Probably I don't need the Omen of Pain. Okay, let's do another pit. Let's do pit 105 again. Oh, why am I going there? To the jeweler.
Here's what remains.
Should I bring back? No, let's try that for the mean. Oops. I need to use the Quarun. The Garun. And then we need to hurry up. Once we switch, they will attack the enemy. What? Where did... You're here? No.
Who can stand against you?
Yeah, that hurts. These spiders deals a lot of damage. These guys. No matter what their affix are. I wish the minions have more better AI. That would be... Yeah, I'm getting destroyed here. But we will destroy them. I think my damage reduction sucks because I don't have damage reduction on... They're not taking any hits? Why? Probably. Do they have lifelink? Demonic chains. You have ruined my momentum. Where are those guys? I think they have the life link. Ouch. Yeah, I need to increase my stats and then more damage reduction on... Otherwise... Something is off. Or is it because of the Gravekeeper? Do I need to switch back the... feel like... Wait a second. Wait. Wait. I don't really need the cooldown. I mean greater apex. I can use this one.
Mainlander, what do you seek?
Armor. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's enough. That's enough.
Find your way back.
Then yeah, that's why for the underground I need life, armor, and then cooldown. Ew. Let me see, let me see. I'm going to add probably you for the resolve stacks.
More loyal friends you'll not find.
How many is that? 5, 10, 15. I think we should be okay with this one. We're going to prioritize the damage reduction. Okay. At least now we have an additional damage reduction. We now have an increased damage reduction from Green's Anvil. So I guess we should be doing okay now.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
I hate these crabs. Well, the affixes of the monsters here are affixes that will really break our, that can really break our character here. Actually, once we gain our momentum, like, we're doing okay. It's like we really need to know where to cast the golem so that we have a proper placement of the corpse explosion. That's why it is really important that the bone golem here is really important, and in order to frequently cast them so that they can produce the corpse for us, cooldown is still essential for the build. Can still snipe the enemies from a distance, as long as it's not too far away that the golem might jump back on us when we cast them. How's our... I think Gravekeeper is still doing its job. Like, we're not really losing a lot of corpses. As long as there is at least one corpse, that's 3% damage multiplier. 6 is... plenty enough. Well, 6 is the maximum. Okay, I think I need to do... Let's go down to Torment 10. And then... we need to equip our Godslayer crown, and then let's see how it goes. This is going to be fun. So basically, this will be my last run for tonight. And we're just gonna continue on farming as I try. I think this... to be honest, this build is already on its final stage. It's just for survivability. I think if you're lucky to get a greater apex on the damage reduction, and then if we can get an undercrown, probably at least that has a maximum life and armor, so that we're gonna gain back our lost, because we need the resolve stacks here for the Glint's Anvil. I think Bloodwake here is still needed, but ideally it should have been the Blood Mist that has been rerolled to get that corpse explosion ranks. And then what else? And then here, why darkness? And speaking of this one, we should have... we need a corpse. I mean, Macab is still okay, because we're increasing the rank of the Bone Storm. Probably it's enough. What we have. Okay, let's do the Inferno Horde. Last run. Oh, we need the, I think, Godslayer crown. Where are you? So you're the only one that has the greater apex. Oops, Torment 10. So that it's easier to kill the enemies. And then probably Quarun. Quarun.
Off we go again.
Why Themis? And why do we still have... Okay, let's see. How crazy is this? How crazy is this build on the Inferno Hordes? think for speed farm we need this one. Oh shoot! It's just we don't need to overspam the corpse explosion. So that we will not be running out of corpse. No. Surging Hellborn. Because I'm also losing my overpower stack to trigger the bloodbath. So I need to do a blood mist from time to time. Nice, Chaos Wave. Goblins! Goblins! Ether Fiends. Okay, final wave. Another Chaos Wave. I hope it's a good one. Eh. Bring it on, boys! Man, I'm short. Okay. 400. Gem, or I'll go with the gold. Okay, well, let's turn this in and then let's see what will be the next war plan. So basically, I'm done for the day. So tomorrow we're just gonna continue on farming. I'm gonna check if we have some better rings, I guess. But I think tomorrow, or maybe let's farm the Corrupted Reaper. I think let's farm the Corrupted Reaper to get the Pandemonium fragments, and hopefully we can get a better Underground and Bloodwake. And maybe even some of our mythic items here. I think let's do that tomorrow.
The people of Sanctuary are grateful. They've sent their regards.
Okay. Like this one. This. The agents. I have a lot of these.
Chart the course. Where do we strike?
I like this one though. Ooh, I see gold. Can do this. Oh, we're max on Nightmare Dungeon. Maybe let's go. What? This. Yeah, I think that those are fine. So see if we can pull out Blood Moon Breaches, or I don't think I need the Blood Moon Breaches. I think that's the key. When you say you don't need the item, don't mention it, or say you don't need that so that it will be given to you. Let's say when we grab the Blood Mad Idol, I don't need the Blood Mad Idol so that it will. That's the one that the cube will give to you. Oh shoot! Whoa, man! How I'm gonna remove and archive some of this iconic mythic here. I think Underground is the ideal item here because of the warriors producing the corpse for us and then reducing our cooldowns. This is also another good item. What we can do here is we can use the Whirlpool Blight. So that will be our essence resource spender. And then the Whirlpool will pull the enemies together. This one. Can we sacrifice 10% critical strike chance for that pool, or can we sacrifice the barrier? Oh, that is dangerous. No, that is not a good idea. Oh man, I have to sacrifice the blood mist. Ooh. If we're going to sacrifice the blood mist, we can find and now add the corpse. But I think on the boots, since I think we're very good on fortification, we can add the embattled aspect here to regain our life when getting we're getting hit. And this one is not a good idea. Wait. It's just we have 3 cooldowns now that are going to be competing with the cooldown from no more vortex. Well, that's kind of efficient. Oh, reprisal. Oh my god, we don't have the we don't have the man. Give me a second, let's reposition. We don't have I don't have the blood mist. Well, ooh, I think the corpse tendril is doing its job for this build efficiently. We cast the golem, pull the enemies. Now we can really concentrate. Golem, where are you, Golem? And now the good thing about this build is that we have very good like targeting system. Targeting system with our corpse explosion, and we are always unstoppable because we are frequently casting our minimies. That is amazing. That is amazing. Pull, then bombard. Deleted, sir. Next pack, next pack. Golem. Pull. Bombard. I think we're almost done. I almost forgot. I didn't check the name. Ooh, the famous Nangari. The famous Nangari. Okay. Well, yeah, we sacrifice our blood mist, but I think that will be for pit pushing. I think corpse tendrils is still better here. You know what I'm thinking here, considering that we have a very good damage here. You know, on the like speed farming, we can, I don't know if we have unique charm sacrilegious soul. We can place it here, so the sacrilegious soul will automatically do the corpse tendrils, and then we have the Godslayer crown. But I feel like we're going to lose again our minions. But I think so far, Godslayer crown here for speed farming is good, and corpse tendril here is very helpful on casting the golem, pull the tendrils, then we bombard the corpse explosion as we continue on casting the golem on that particular location where we pull the enemies now. And especially when we pull the enemies, they are immobilized, right? So they're not moving for a certain duration, so we keep on bombarding them with our corpse explosion. It's just for the blood mist, we don't need it. Then we can use a regular ancestral boots here, and I think the best one here, either tidal aspect. If we're going to use tidal aspect here, then what's going to happen? Then I'm going to lose my multiplier on the bloodbath. That's not what I want. But I think for added survivability, embattled aspect here would be nice. Where's our exclamation? Enemies affected by... Oops, not that. Consuming a corpse fortify us by 1%. Oh shoot, by 1%? Ew! What the heck? How we are getting the fortification now? Shoot. I cannot sacrifice again, man. Oh, okay. I think embattled aspect here is because we're not very good. I mean, we can still get the fortified generation, but we are going to again sacrifice one of our tempering affix here. We can add the minions generates fortification for us. Oh man. I'm gonna find out what is the ideal if we're not going to use the Bloodwake boots here. So, alright, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and who is going to watch this video. I hope if you're planning to play this build, I hope I was able to share it. It's not yet I don't have the build planner and the loot filter and basically the written build guide yet. We're still trying to figure out. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna start adding. I have already created the build planner, though I haven't optimized yet. Probably the written guide. Probably I'm gonna start while the idea is still fresh. I'm going to start adding those information there. Probably in preparation for another build guide for this week. And since the corpse explosion is now working, and I would say it's successful, I have another build related to the corpse explosion, and I feel like it's going to be fun, which I'm going to tease it this coming weekend. I still haven't figured out how it's going to work, but considering how I know the mechanic and how we can really keep on spamming and producing corpses to fuel the damage of so that we can have the corpse to generate and to cast the corpse explosion, because without any corpse explosion is not going to explode. So alright, so that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching and for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good one. Bye.